In today's episode, we are going to be looking at the top 10 biggest botches of The Undertaker's wrestling career. Everyone remembers her mixed tag team match with Triple H, Stephanie, and Kurt Angle, but Ronda Rousey actually made her WWE debut as an actual signed talent at the 2018 Royal Rumble following the first ever women's Royal Rumble match. But it was overshadowed because Ronda came out and she pointed at the sign. But no one really remembers that. At number 9, we have Triple H winning the 2002 Royal Rumble. Everyone remembers him making his grand return from a torn quad at Madison Square Garden, I believe in January of 2002. And they remember him going on to WrestleMania and working with Chris Jericho for the WWE title, the undisputed WWE title. But he actually won the Royal Rumble. The reason I feel like his win gets overshadowed is because his WrestleMania match with Chris Jericho gets overshadowed. Everyone knows that it happened, but they don't really think about that match because they think of Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. At number 8, the 2016 WWE Royal Rumble, where Roman Reigns was beaten down by the League of Nations in said match. So look, the WWE title was on the line, okay? He had to defend the title. He was number one entrant in the match. He had to go up against 29 other guys, but he got beat down halfway through the match by the League of Nations. You know, that group that had Alberto Del Rio, Rusev, etc., right? But instead of being carted off in a stretcher, he was simply just walked to the back, right? And then Triple H went on to win the title, and then they went and headlined WrestleMania 32. Number 7 includes Sergeant Slaughter, right? 1991 event. He beat the Ultimate Warrior for the WWE title. But right before the event, then U.S. President George Bush declared that the country had been going into a war with Iraqis, right? They were going to go into the Persian Gulf War. Sergeant Slaughter, American guy. Isn't it funny? At number 6, we're going back to 1997 when Stone Cold Steve Austin was a heel at the time, okay? They had yet to do the actual heel turn, babyface turn with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. In 97, Austin was able to get back into the match despite being eliminated because the referees on the floor never noticed he was eliminated by Bret Hart and was able to just get back right into the ring and then eliminate Bret Hart and go on to win the match. Okay? It happened. At number 5, we're going to the 2021 Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns defended the Universal Championship in a last man standing match with Kevin Owens. It's actually a really, really good match. That's where you see the spot where Reigns runs over Owens with a freaking golf cart. Yeah. The finish, though. So they had Kevin Owens, they had him handcuff Reigns to part of the stage structure, right? And then Paul Heyman came in and he was supposed to unlock Reigns. Well, Reigns could not get undone, right? And it took for what seemed like forever. It was at least a minute, but it felt forever until Heyman was able to unlock the tribal chief. But if they couldn't, that would have been a really, really bad moment for WB. Up next, the 2015 Royal Rumble match. Now look, from 2013 to 2016, WB programming was all about the authority, right? And they had a stronghold on competition. They sorted out Daniel Bryan and John Cena and everything like that. They got Seth Rollins into the mix. Anyways, 2015, the authority was doing everything that they could to prevent Roman Reigns, or really anyone other than the authority, win the match. Kane and Big Show just came in and just started eliminating everyone to the point where it was very boring and all the fans were like furious and booing and everything like that. Luckily, though, Roman Reigns came out and won the match, right? This was before the Shield turn. This was after the Shield turn. Shield turn was in 2014. Anyways, Reigns went on to WrestleMania 31. He challenged Brock Lesnar for the WWE title, only for Seth Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank. Up next, The Big Show. He won the 2000 Royal Rumble, or did he? So look, the event took place at MSG. It featured the debut of Taz. There was a great championship match between Cactus Jack and Triple H. And then, of course, you had the Royal Rumble yourself. Now, look, The Rock won it, okay? And he went on, okay? They had the Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania. However, his feet actually hit the floor first. And the Big Show was technically the uncrowned winner of the match, okay? They actually did this a segment years later that, Rock was giving him a hard time about, my feet touched before you, etc. But yes, that was a botch. Last but not least, Vince McMahon won the Royal Rumble in 1999. But it was Rock and Austin who headlined WrestleMania that year, right? It was a weird thing. This was, not necessarily at the height, but it was during the time where Austin feuded with McMahon, right? And so McMahon had a huge plan. He put a bounty on Austin's head of $100,000 to whoever eliminated Austin in the match, right? And there was a brawl outside the ring that left Austin laying. He eventually got into the ring, but The Rock eliminated him by, siding with McMahon, and he got the money. And McMahon won the match, right? But obviously he didn't headline WrestleMania, but that's how history shows you.